Howdy, friends. It's Steve depoe here with the Rose Realty team with this week's real estate vlog from North Texas. Today, we're going to talk about something that has been happening, unfortunately, more and more lately. We're going to talk about, so your home didn't sell. Now, what do you do? Okay. This is really a touchy subject and a frustrating subject for a lot of people because they have a plan and they got someplace to go. Okay. You don't just sell your house out of the blue one day and say, well, maybe some people do, and say, hey, I'm going to sell my house and now we'll figure out what to do. We do have friends and we do know people who decided, hey, we're going to take some time and we're going to get in the RV and travel around, or we're going to go to our favorite vacation spot and spend some time there. Yeah, that's a possibility. Let's face it, but it's got to be in your plan. Okay. And so in this case, what we're talking about here is we had some place to go. The house didn't sell. We had a plan. Now what the heck are we going to do? So let's get go. So you have to, number one, we've got to reevaluate the price. Okay. There are two things. There's one thing you just can't change about the house, and that's location. And if you had a qualified real estate agent come in and give you an evaluation on the house, they're going to base that on the location. The surrounding neighborhoods, the houses that sold within the last, X period of time, and they're going to give you that price based upon the current market trends and market value. Okay, so that's number one. Now, is there a possibility, it happens, that the seller says, hey, I need this, or I want to try this price, or I want to ask for a little bit more. Yep, but you have to have an agreement with your agent that if you want to ask for another $10,000, that if it doesn't, if you don't get any foot traffic and it doesn't sell within a certain period of time, you're going to lower it back to the suggestion price that the agent made. Okay, and so that's got to be sort of like the agreement that you'll have, right? Hey, before we get started any further in this discussion, hey, please like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. That's youtube.com/at moving to Dallas, Texas. Um, you'll get updates on everything else, everything we post to the site. That's vlogs or houses that we're selling. We also are going to start doing seminars like this one here, but in more detail, obviously. And you'll be able to review those should you need to. At the same time, all the vlogs and videos and all that good stuff that we've done in the past are on the site. You'll be able to look at them. Hey, I think Steve did something a little while ago about curb appeal. Well, you can page back and find it and say, hey, let's replay this and let's get some info on curb appeal. I'd like to think it'll make you the smartest people in your neighborhood or in your family, and you can't beat that, right? So, hey, we thank you for supporting our YouTube channel. We support you. We thank you for supporting these vlogs and our company, and we appreciate you very much. Okay, so the next topic is next step is improve curb appeal and presentation. Look, when somebody pulls up to your house, and I've said this before, when somebody pulls up to your house, the important thing is what are they going to see when they pull up? Are they going to see an immaculate lawn and nice bushes and flowers and some nice color? Or are they going to see weeds and your old '57 Chevy up on blocks? Okay. There's a big difference and to what people are going to think when they pull up, and that sets the tone. Okay, I've had people in my car. Okay, when I've made a schedule and I've made plans and appointments, and we've pulled up to the house and they said, let's just keep on going. Okay, because when the house and the outside appearance of the house looks like a tornado came through, then they're going to say, what's the inside look like? Okay. We can't trust the inside because the outside looks in such disarray. So what's the inside really going to look like? So curb appeal and presentation is very important. Upgrade the marketing strategy. Hey, this has to do with your agent. Okay. What did your agent do in order to market your house? There's a saying that the house is going to sell itself, but it's up to the agent to make people make people know that your house is there and for sale. Okay. So did they advertise on Google and Facebook and do videos and fly-throughs and walkthroughs and 360s and all that stuff, we do for our customers, as a sort of a standard package, you may want to call it, right? And so what did your agent do in order to market the house? Maybe you're living in um, what I like to call nowadays a mixed neighborhood where you have older adults and you have new families and you have singles. Okay. Maybe you have that, and they're not marketing to the right people. Maybe they want to market to the families as a nice neighborhood to move into, to raise your family, because we've got all of these other families and children around, to play with. Or maybe if you're living in a 55 plus community, you don't want to be marketing to people with kids. Okay, because generally speaking, 55 plus communities don't allow anybody younger than like 40. Okay. And they have regulations about how long, in their covenants, they have regulations on how many days out of the year somebody who's 8 can, stay at the house. Okay. And so who are they marketing to, and how are they marketing is very important. Reposition the listing for maximum exposure. So what I mean by this is there's tricks that a real estate agent can do to refresh the multiple listing service listing to target different buyers, or appeal to different buyers is probably a better term, and also keep the listing fresh and up towards the top of the stack. Okay. And if your real estate agent isn't doing that and doesn't know how to do it, then that's a possibility of why your house didn't sell, and you're like these people behind me here. They're just depressed and they're worried, and they don't know what's going to happen, and what do we do next, and we have to get to that place, and then we're paying 2 mortgages, and those kinds of things. So it's up to your agent to reposition the multiple listing service listing so that it's always fresh and it's always on top of the stack. And again, then what I've kind of alluded to here a couple times, you work with an experienced agent. Okay. I'm all for new agents coming in, and they're go-getters. And if you're their only listing, they're going to kill it until that listing sells. But that agent needs a mentor to help them understand what they have to do next, and what they should be doing, and how do I get this house sold, and how do I get it at the top of the stack, and what are the tricks to do during, blah blah blah. Okay. um so look, in summary, if your house didn't sell, don't lose hope. We understand that you have some place to go. You have a plan. You want to go follow the grandkids, or you're empty nesters and you want to downsize, or you just had your fourth child and you need another bedroom, and you want to get a bigger house, and that house is ready and you want to move into it, etc. So repositioning the listing, working on curb appeal, working on some things inside the house, working with an agent that understands marketing and understands social media and understands the little things that we can do as real estate agents to get attention to that house. Not just open houses, but all of the things that you have to do to prepare for the open house, to make sure that you have a good audience comes through, and some good foot traffic, so that somebody, it only takes that one, so that one buyer says, this is the house for me, I want to put in an offer. I hope that was kind of helpful for you. Next week, we're going to talk about a little bit of different topic here. We're going to talk about downsizing for true or future happiness. This kind of goes a little bit towards our older crowd and our older friends, but downsizing for future happiness is our topic for next week. So, hey, this is Steve. I am with the Rose Realty team, Until next time.